Hi, Pinky, Daphne here. Thank you for sending in another essay. I'm a bit confused about this because I think you have bought one essay correction, but you're sending me another one. Anyway, I will do it for you because you've taken the time to write it, and I'm delighted to do the correction and give you some feedback on this. So, some people buy and allow their children anything they ask or want. Is this a good way to raise children? What consequences could this have? So you've answered this really, really nicely. You've done well. The only comment I would make is that um, I know you don't have much time before your exam. You have a week or so, I think, don't you? It's just the organisation of your paragraph. So let me run you through what I mean. So it is true that some parents are overly permissive and tend to spoil their children. Now, it says asking anything, buy or allow. So somewhere in here, you need to give me some examples of this. Buy or allow. What do you mean? What do you understand by this? Show me what you understand by this. In my opinion, so here I would add a bit more about this buy and allow. Give me some examples. In my opinion, this is not a good parenting style, and could use a modal verb there, have a range of negative long-term consequences. Now, here you need to say, in this essay, I will discuss the dangers of this development and the effect it could have using examples from. And here I put in example, and you need example here. So you could have examples from the Japanese Parenting Institute or Parenting Magazine or Harvard University. Doesn't matter. Just honestly choose an example and make it a good one. But I think the essay needs that in terms of its structure, which will help you on coherence and cohesion. So if parents want to raise a respectful and well-behaved child, I believe that a certain amount of discipline is necessary. Okay, that is fine. I am very hesitant on personal examples, and this paragraph is quite personal here. It can work, and you've done it nicely, but I wouldn't always do it, okay, if you see what I mean. Now, also, I wouldn't start your paragraph with if. I would start with here. I believe that a certain amount of discipline is necessary if parents want to raise, okay? So it's a great sentence. You've done a nice conditional. Turn it round to start with that. Don't start with if. It's not quite kind of academic enough. Having worked with children myself, I've learned that clear expectations and boundaries are necessary, and it's important to be able to say no to children when they misbehave or try to push up against these boundaries. Okay, it's so nicely done. I'm not gonna change that. It's lovely. Now boundaries and boundaries. Okay, these limitations could we have instead? Limitations, something like that. This is the only way to help young people to regulate their desires and develop self-control. In my view, parents who do the opposite and constantly give in to their children's demand actually do more harm than good. Now, this is very nice, but for me, all these opinions should be going in the conclusion. Okay, so I would like to shift that whole section down to your conclusion. And here, I would put in an example. When they misbehave or try to push against these boundaries. For example, here, a recent article in Parenting Magazine or something declared that or explained that parents are failing their children rather than being kind to them when they constantly buy them new toys, new computer games, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Do you see what I mean? How I'm kind of restructuring this. I want your opinion at the end. I want a good example here, which joins up this whole paragraph. And then you would like another sentence after that. Oh, sorry. Oops. Going, therefore, it is clear that. And then you reinforce the kind of point again. So that would be your ideal paragraph layout. So additionally, you could have a connecting word here, connecting your ideas. The children of indulgent or lenient parents are likely to grow up with several negative personality traits. The most obvious danger is that these children, you could just go they, because we know who you're talking about, may use a modal verb, more tentative here, become self-centered adults who show little consideration for the feelings or needs of others. Yeah, true. One consequence of such an attitude could be that these adults are unable to work successfully in teams with other colleagues. Okay, and join it up together. Additionally, or furthermore, a second trait in such people, a second trait in such people could be impulsiveness. Okay, your language is lovely. Your vocabulary is really excellent here, and you are writing very lovely sentences. Yeah, so you give me a second one, and now you give me a third problem here. But could we put in an example here somewhere? Could we break this up rather than it being a list? Could we join this together with an example? So, for example, experts have shown that a person who's never lived with boundaries is likely to lack the patience to carefully consider options before making decisions, and join this together. This may lead, for example, to blah blah blah. Okay, so here, example. Sorry, research, something like that. Uh, this to me will help you with the coherence. So the paragraph is excellent, but needs to be a bit more organized, and then I think you will find it hangs together better. In conclusion, now here, where was your in my view? So put the in my view bit here into here. You put that bit in, and then you say as well. Help that so you kind of connect this bit to that bit, and so your conclusion is a couple of sentences longer. I do not believe that permitting parenting style supports this objective. Okay, so you've done a really, really nice essay. I'm very impressed with the language. I'm very impressed with your range of vocabulary is really, really good, and it's nice to have your experience in here, which is very relevant. You've got some great collocations, lovely adjectives in here. Looking good. So my comment would really be on how to improve your organization. You definitely need a longer intro and a longer conclusion. But really good work, and I hope the feedback helps you. Thank you.